Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Let's see here. Yeah, we're expecting some pretty decent battles versus the Russians over the next couple of months. They have amassed some pretty sizable forces here. They've got primarily they've got this fleet. And this one, heading here, just outside of Maine. I think they intend to start a naval invasion. Also, these guys trying to force their way through the channel. So you might run into those also. In the Pacific, they don't have that much. Let's see, what's that? One light cruiser. Yeah, no, they don't have that much here. However, most of my Pacific fleet is currently tied up with this invasion, which is gonna end next turn. Hopefully successfully. 74% chance to succeed. So we're gonna see how that goes. The British really do not have much left. One battleship here, linking up with a DD. Some submarines, of course. But that's about it. Also have a battlecruiser being repaired, possibly, in Portsmouth. But we are invading southern England. It's not going that fast. But it's going. Which is nice. So yeah, let's see what happens in October. Alright, no unrest. That means the invasion succeeded. Are we gonna keep fighting the British? As long as those land invasions are going somewhere, I just want to keep it up. Cheyenne and a torpedo boat up against an Oxu class light cruiser, a DD torpedo boat, and 3 transports. I think Cheyenne can handle this on her own. She's proven very capable the past couple of months. Alright. Let's see. You're the same speed. Okay. 4611, you are torpedoes free. Seeing as you are basically in range. Let's see, not quite in range, but almost. There we go. Torpedoes are in the water. You can now go home. You've done your job. It's only 3 torpedoes. If they hit something, I will consider myself lucky. If they don't, it's not a big deal. There we go. Cheyenne landing some hits, landing some floodings. That might be the DD we're shooting at. Probably if it was a torpedo boat, it'd be dead already. Let's turn now. Now the torpedo boat. That should be it. Right? No, that's actually the DD, I think. Yeah, that has to be the DD. It's got 5.3 inch guns. And torpedo boats maxes out at 4 inch guns. First hits landing on the DD. That's gonna slow it down. make it easier to hit. kind of torpedo range did you have? We are in range. So we're gonna do a little bit of maneuvering. And there we go. Finding her mark. Now, just a light cruiser left. And then it's on to slaughter the transports. Yeah, these light cruisers have a lot of 5.1-inch guns. They are a lot like that one light cruiser class I have, with a lot of 5-inch guns. That are kind of based on the Atlantas. Although I forget what I ended up naming them. There you go, first flooding hits. Buyang, you have torpedoes in the water. Maybe we want to do a little bit of maneuvering to avoid those. Oh, there we go. That was a very close miss. If it hadn't been for my my sharply tuned intuition, I would have sailed straight into that. Yeah, minus 86 torpedo visibility. You don't see these until they are pretty much on top of your boat, or well, not on top of. Something very strange is going to be happening if enemy torpedoes land on top of your boat. But yeah, there we go. Surrendered. Alright, let's go kill the transports. There they are. Did not get far. Although they are out of range. I'm just going to pause it until we get closer. I'll pause the recording. And we have now caught up to the transports. Let's target the one in the middle. What kind of AP range did I have? 18.6. Yep, now in range for AP. AG, I mean. Chongqing already sinking. Now target the lead ship. Bring more guns to bear. Kunming intercepting a lot of my shells. And here goes the Go Kwang. And that was it. Clean sweep by Cheyenne. 7 crew lost. That's okay. That's not bad. Very light damage, so we're just gonna have that paint patched up by next month. Alright, what's the next one? Here we go. Lexington and Saratoga not intercepting the Russian task force, but rather going up against a British heavy cruiser and a DD. So let's kill those first. Already firing. Let's send the torpedo boats home. Torpedoes off. No accidents. These battle cruisers are expensive. I don't want to sink them with my own torpedoes. 46 class. They are kind of fast, but not that fast. And if they were going to catch up to the enemy, like, what were they going to do? Realistically, probably just die. But the enemy is not running, which is nice. Light cruisers on that one, heavy cruisers on that one, battle cruisers on that one. It would be nice if you could just shoot at the target I assign you. And the DD is already dying. The heavy cruiser is also dying. Yeah. Yep. And that was it for this month. Northeast China is mine. Means I have a lot of ships here that are currently not doing much. Next target is the Liaodong Peninsula. I don't think I need that much tonnage to take it. Let's see. So, where are Missouri and was it Missouri and Wisconsin? That I had. Is that it? Freedom and Liberty. That might be it. Iowa and Wisconsin. Send those to Haichao so they can get refit. Meanwhile, these actually needed here. Where did the other Russian task force go? What? We had a huge task force. Is it like hidden behind here? Where did it go? Is it this? One battleship. I am stumped. They had a massive task force with battleships and battlecruisers. And lots of cruisers, heavy and lights. I was just heading here. Anyway, these can now deal with that. Mm, mm. Are these now repaired? Yeah, Alaska and Guam are repaired. So you can head here and cut off that other task force. Helena is still being repaired for 1 month. That's okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna take the battles we can get. But first off, let's actually design some more ships. Got 14 battleships. I think I want to design another battleship. It's gonna be very similar to some of the ones I have. It's not gonna be a super battleship. I want to design a quote-unquote regular battleship. But first off, I want to build more of these Cleveland-class light cruisers. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna design a refit for them, then copy the refit and build the refit. Because it's a pretty good design, I just want to do some minor changes. Okay, so right off the bat, we got 60 tons to play with, which is not much. Like everything here is maxed out. I can put Scout Plane 2 on it. I want to give it more ammo. Now, what more can we do? I want to keep the tourney. It is maxed out in displacement. I'll give it standard shells. Let's see, flash fire chance is still 0. Which is nice. Anything I can do to make them a little bit lighter, 1% lighter. Without actually making them worse in any way. Is that the max armor they can have on the barbette? Pretty much is, almost. I think nah, it cannot be moved further back. I can remove those 3-inch guns. It doesn't do much. Mm. 74, 67. 2427, yeah, that is lighter. Also making it lighter, but reducing my rudder shift speed, which I do not want. That reduced quite a bit of weight. What's my ASW? 13,000. My ASW on this is quite insane. 12,000 now with lesser depth charges. Yeah, but there we go. What was it before the refits? I don't know, but going up to Scout Plane 2 probably also helped. Yeah, plus 60%. Up from plus 30%. Yeah, I think that more than made up for it, and also added more long-range accuracy. Right. Plus also we now have heavier shells and more ammo. What's the range now? It's slightly heavier shells, 19.8. How about... Ooh, nope. Can't do that. Cannot do that. 12.1. 13.5. Would be nice to have a little bit more range out of those 7-inch guns. No, it's probably fine the way it is. The range has not really been a problem for me with these ships. Let's save that design. And as soon as the game reacts, we're gonna copy the design, name it the Cleveland 2, and then order up another I don't know, eight of these. They're very good ships, and I think it's time to start retiring some of the Worcesters. Possibly. And here we have it as the Cleveland 2. Save the sign. So ASW of 12,689. The original Cleveland. Let's see. That's that one, right? Had an ASW of... Come on, why is it so slow? $9,560. Alright, so by going down in depth charge from 6 to 4, but upping the scout plane from 1 to 2, we actually went up. And that is pretty nice because the scout plane provides a number of other benefits as well. Anyway, time to build a battleship. And we're gonna go modern battleship 3. Pennsylvania. That is a decent name. But this will be the USS Florida class. Let's max it out. Let's see, top speed will be... Can I actually make it 34 knots? It would be nice to have a another fast battleship class diesel too. Big tower. Big secondary tower. Funnel, not quite enough. Even with the biggest funnels, 80. Three of those, then it works. Was this possible to use? No. It's only the tiny funnel 3 that you can put 2 of on the front tower. Yeah, plus 75 versus plus 80. Like, yeah, these two are identical. This one is heavier and more expensive, but otherwise they are identical. And they don't give you that much of a benefit over Mega Funnel 4 Enhanced, which again is not that much better than Mega Funnel 4, and Mega Funnel 4 is just a tiny bit better than Mega Funnel 3. So you don't actually lose out on much. Anyway, as for armament, let's go with a big barbette. Actually, let's go with a... It's the huge barbette. That's the same size as the built-in one, right? Yeah, it looks about the same. So that's what we are going with. I want to have 4 main gun turrets. Are they going to be 16s though, or 17.5, as on the super battleships? I'm tempted to go for 17.5. Just to get a little bit more punch. So 17.5. Weight offset, we can fix that by just gently moving this, I think. That's fine. That is fine. Now let's build the rest of the ship. There's a lot of armor we can take off. And we do have a top speed of 34 knots, which is very decent. Range is actually much better than it needs to be. Unbalanced. Electric 2 doesn't even add that much. Tourney KC. Overweight. Very much overweight. Oh, not overweight by that much, really. We'll go capped, increased ammo, heavy shells, cordite, composition B. Yeah, 0 flash fire chance. That is decent. 46-second reload, 48-kilometer range. Very good. Yeah. RDF, radar 3, scout plane 2. Now, let's play with the armor. Try and save off 10,000 tons from this ship, if that is at all possible. 16 barbette armor, 18 turret face armor, 11 turret top armor. 16 main belt armor. This is not a super battleship. It doesn't need that much armor. You can go 5 on the fore and aft belt. Enough to protect from some cruiser fire, but whether or not I go 5 or 8, a battleship is still going to punch through. Which is fair enough. 6 main deck armor. That means... hang on. Setting... I'm gonna go back to 106. Yeah, 30,000 meters. This could penetrate its own main deck. At closer than that, it would be safe. Actually. Which is nice. So main deck of 6, not that bad. Fore and aft decks can be thinner. There we go. No longer overweight. 2.5 on the superstructure. One on the last inner belt. That is good enough. Right. We now have some weight to play with for secondaries. Secondary armament is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to do the 5-inch 38s that everyone loves. And that's all the armor they can have. Now, more secondaries. Instead of the Bofors, I would go with double 3-inch guns. Can this be tucked in closer? A little bit. One in single barrels, not possible. You know, let's add some quad Bofors also, just for good measure. And they are, of course, gonna be 1.6. That should be 40 millimeters. We are 500 tons short, which means I actually want to make these not 5-inch 38s. Maybe 5-inch 45s. There we go. Actually give them some range. Let's max out the 5-inch barrel length, 5.47s. So that's gonna slow down their rate of fire a little bit. 6.3 is still pretty fast, but it's gonna increase their range so they can actually reach out and touch targets. Let's see, can we add some length to the 3-inch guns as well? Yeah, we can. That's stuff that's just kind of useful. Oh, suddenly I can add top armor to the 5-inch guns, and barbette armor, and actual turret armor. 3-inch. Okay. So that was a nice thing to do, adding some barrel length, and suddenly you can you can armor the turrets more. Alright. Is that it for the good ship USS Florida? Add some armor to the superstructure. Make it a little bit more safe against high explosive spam. Range, I was about to say not possible, but almost was possible. It almost was possible to add more range. Which means if I reduce something, they don't need more range. 30,000 kilometers is plenty. Can I add more speed though? 35. Ooh, big increase. 34 is good enough. That is a fast battleship with some very sharp fangs. That's the same firepower as my latest super battleships with the 17.5s, but in a smaller and well, not that much smaller and not that much cheaper package, but it's quite a bit faster. So let's save that design. Alright, let's see. Not politics, but finances. Oh yeah. Lots of free capacity now. How's my refits been going? New Jersey being repaired for 2 more months. Then she's going into refit. Repairing 1 more month. Uses Helena. Uses Denver 1 month. Cheyenne 1 month. And oh, I'm building a New York class for Pakistan. Should we rename it? There we go. Temporarily. I'm probably just gonna forget it, and Pakistan is gonna end up with a battleship called US Battleship Pakistani name. That tends to happen. Cleveland 2. Build ship. They're quite light. 7,000 tons. Heck, let's build 12. That should still be less than 100,000 tons for 12 of these. That's pretty good. Philadelphia 4. We need some in our new colony. Sunderland. And some in China. Where is... So many ports. It's starting to become hard to find the ones I want to find. Sure. Xiamen. And the battleship. Let's see, finances. Oh yeah, lots of free capacity. Let's build 6, actually. I usually build battleships in series of 4. But this time, I think 6. Xiamen. Sunderland. There we go. And Philadelphia. And I need to find some names for these. It shouldn't be too hard. Lots of states to pick from. Alright. That brings my... might go a little bit over capacity now that many of my ships will be going into port. These will be going into port. These need to just hang around because we're invading more of China. Lots of land to take. These were going to Europe. Or Eastern North America, actually. Alright, let's see if we actually get some action. Alright. Peace has been signed with Britain. Alright. It is what it is. I didn't have any active invasions going against Britain, so yeah, that makes sense. Now, New Zealand. Can I get it? 5.3 billion. New Zealand. Yes, I can get New Zealand. That's all I wanted. I want Shetland. Let's just pick up some more of their islands. Fiji. Ceylon. Andaman Islands. Not worth much. Sure. Anything more I can add to that list? Nope. That's good. Now let's see what we get. Yes. I got all of it. Well, not all of it. Also gave me $1 billion. But I got New Zealand. And Ceylon. Very nice. Cheyenne and Savannah are fighting a Ningxia class heavy cruiser, and there are a lot of meetings this turn. Like a lot, more than 4, at least 4 meetings and some more battles, because there was a scroll bar. So I think this is going to be the last battle of this episode, but there's going to be a lot of action next episode. I can already tell you that. Now, we've sunk these Chinese heavy cruisers before. I know my Clevelands can take care of it. Let's see. Cheyenne already ate a 4-belt penetration. You guys are going to be firing AP. Let's see, are we going to start hitting soon? There we go. Now we need to maneuver because there are probably torpedoes in the water. And the 5-inch guns are also opening up. There we go, getting some flooding hits in. So far the enemy cruiser is ahead of us on damage, but I think we're gonna catch up. Yeah, you can go with auto now. I think the 5-inch guns might want to fire HE. Because even though the 5-inch guns were rated as secondaries when I built the ship, because they're available as secondaries in naval arms race, the game still considers them primary weapons for the purposes of selecting shell types. So if I select AP for my main guns, that will also lock my 5-inch guns to AP. Let's see, yeah, the Yang Wei will probably surrender. It has not launched torpedoes. Some of our launchers have been destroyed already. %39 losses. Yeah, there's gonna be another surrender. Yeah, secondary guns and torpedoes already at 0% control because the crew have been killed. Yeah, let's just keep it up. No longer have to worry about torpedoes because there are no living enemies manning those torpedo launchers. Is she gonna flood out or surrender? Again, not really a bad ship. Just too many secondary guns. That's actually the weakness. Because that's why there are so many crew members out manning poorly defended stations. Okay. And here was that big battle. Yeah, they were here. I think they were just hiding behind that destroyer task force. So yeah, USS America and her little escort of San Diego class cruisers and some DDs. Recently refit DDs though. Yeah, they got quite the enemy that they have to fight next episode. Not doing this one now because it's gonna be quite the long battle. Khabarovsk class battlecruiser. 3 double 15.1s, 6 main guns. That's not that much. It is very fast though. In fact, it's faster than anything else in this entire task force. including the DDs and torpedo boats and light cruisers. So curious to see what it looks like. That's gonna be next time. Yeah, we got one capital ship on each side, so I guess in that way we are even. That's a lot of wait. That's another class of heavy cruisers. 6 triple 8-inch guns. 18 main guns. That's the Russia class. 5 triple 9-inch guns. Okay. So 15 9-inch guns, 18 8-inch guns. That's the Vladimir Monomakh that we've seen before, with her 9 7.1-inch guns. There's quite a few ships we've not encountered yet. Oh my gosh, what is this? 24.2 knot light cruiser in 1949. Now it's a refit, it's a 1941 refit, but I just wonder, the base ship has to be really old, right? If it's that slow. Admiral Butakov 1942. Same basic design, newer refit. Oh wait, I got a 1941 refit, a 1940, a 1942 refit, and they're all like super slow. And that's the base design. It's actually decent in terms of speed. They just refit it and made it like so slow it became useless. What? I guess that's just a an AI thing. So we're gonna see how these do in the next one. Goodbye and take care.